Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows Carcino and none of these.
There's so much going on in the world, and I'm just giving my 2 cents on it. Go in and do a raid at someone's house, but you don't have an arrest warrant for them. Matt Barnes finally got put in his place for trying to be Mr. Pro-Black. This your boy Carcino here. For anybody who just got here, do not forget to like, share, subscribe to the page. My Patreon is Carcino for Life, where we will go even further than what we can here. Now, unpacking the madness, let's get into the realities of the situation. Matt Barnes is somebody that, in everyone's eyes, is a good guy, right? But he's got a very checkered past, and he acts as if he's brand new and he's above everything in the fray, and he's fighting for the righteousness of Black people. It's almost like insanity to even think about it, this guy here. But anyway, let's listen to what he had to say.
That is trying to jump the bandwagon now. That we're talking all kinds of shit like Emmanuel Acho.
If your talent does not match your distraction, then they will not make room for you.
And some of you other motherfuckers that are trying to do amazing breakdowns now about how good Shador is, and we knew this was going to be this, when a month ago you were talking shit and screaming and loud and wrong.
If he wasn't Black, I don't think he would have acted like this. You feel me? Because the culturally. But for real though,
yo,
like what white people don't, what white person carries himself like Shador? Jackson Dart got some swag to him though.
So that Baker Mayfield or Johnny Manziel bravado that they got away with their whole careers, their rah-rah shit is okay because it's them, but let a confident young Black man come in with the same confidence, someone who was raised for this, was trained for this, and it's arrogance. So all you motherfuckers, there's probably about 5 of us. Maybe I'll go to the second hand. I'm gonna say maybe I didn't see her. Maybe there was 10 of us that have been riding with this Sanders family from the jump, and now that Shador's doing this thing, all you punk asses stay on that side you pick, because we're not accepting no new entries. I talked to Dion. He said I can be in charge of the fan club. Fuck all y'all. Next subject.
Fuck all y'all, my niggas. Yeah, that's right.
A former Jet scout, Daniel Kelly, said 100% bust rate, an immature, passive-aggressive hothead, an NFL practice squad talent with a Hall of Fame name. That was Daniel Kelly. They said former next to his name, right? That's probably because he had dumbass takes like that. Quotes from retired, I used to like Merrill Hodge too. Sanders will be an epic failure. He will set the franchise back at least 2 or 3 years. Set what franchise back? This motherfucking franchise has been set back 50 years, but a 5th round pick is going to set him back 2 or 3 years. That made a lot of sense, Merrill. And then it's the anonymous people. The anonymous people are bitches. All anonymous. Anyone that does anonymous across the board and anything, you're a bitch. If you're going to talk shit, put your name on it. Sanders was brash and arrogant in his pre-draft interview, so that Baker Mayfield or Johnny Manziel bravado that they got away with their whole careers, their rah-rah shit is okay.
Now, this is Matt Barnes. Okay, so he likes to pick out, and some of the stuff he's saying is correct. There were people like that, and there were people like this in media. But I think he was misinterpreting a situation with Emmanuel Acho and making that an analysis of everything. He does what people do on social media. Instead of watching it and getting the whole context, he saw a clip and started reacting to a clip. And unfortunately, this is the problem that people do when they get ready to attack someone, is they watch a clip. And then they say, okay, instead of watching the whole show, let's make a clip. So Emmanuel Acho wasn't his only target or the main target. he just remembered a clip of Emmanuel Acho playing devil's advocate, okay, on the show Speakeasy. So he decided, yep, he had one good game. Now let's go ahead and, start this "we told you so," routine. Now, Shedeur Sanders is a young talent. He's in a poor system. He's with a coach that doesn't like him, don't want him there. We explained the truth of why he's not there. I mean, what's going on over there, so people know it. So we agree with a lot of what Matt Barnes is saying, but Matt Barnes doesn't really understand or know football. He's going off of, this prisoner of the moment situation. He just wants to be the one that's capping for him, and I'm going to fight for him because that's wrong the way they're doing him. He just wants this attention. But let's look at the reality. Hi, I'm Carcino. Oh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
No one knows.
Now, sorry about that. Started the intro again by accident. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this for a minute. Emmanuel Acho saw that and said, "This is the dumbest thing I've ever watched in my life." Addressing Matt Barnes' foolishness live in 10 minutes. So he came and defended himself to this ridiculous claim that was made by yours truly, Matt Barnes. Matty Patty. Here he is.
Some things. I'm not a fan or in a fan club. I'm an analyst, but I come with receipts. He said he's been riding with Shedeur since the beginning. I did my homework. When's the first time Matt Barnes said anything about Shedeur Sanders on social media? 9/21/24. Wow, great throw, Shedeur. Riveting analysis, by the way. Let's check the receipts of when Emmanuel Acho, the bandwagon fan, started talking about Shedeur. I came with receipts. 9/2/2023, prime, legendary, Shedeur, top tier. Keep it rolling. 9/16/2023, a whole year sooner. Shedeur, great, moxie, poise, guts. Shedeur is him. Phenomenal performance. Top tier quarterback, eyes downfield. Oh, I'm doing breakdowns. This is still before Matt Barnes has ever noticed Shedeur. Ignore the engagement tweet. Shedeur is him. Less debate, more discussion. Let's talk Shedeur. Shedeur Sanders, a dog, doing things in the NFL already at a college level. Two players have never been more directly correlated to success than Shedeur and Travis Hunter. Keep it going. This is not edited. Not edited. Shedeur is doing NFL stuff quarterbacks in NFL can't even do well. Good morning, beautiful people. Two things are undeniably true. Deion Sanders can coach and Shedeur Sanders can play. Get rid of that. See, here's the problem. The problem is when you're accustomed to a lie and people lying about you, even the truth sounds like hate. I don't placate. I speak from revelation. I don't speak for response. But here's what frustrates me is the reason that oftentimes Black people are perceived as a monolith is because the moment you have somebody that has an opinion that might differ from the norm, they're ostracized. And instead of having a group of collaborative free thinkers, we're blindly led as sheep with the shepherd. Well, in this case, it's a shepherd who doesn't know anything about the subject matter in Matt Barnes, and at times Steven Jackson as well. And so we don't have this collaboration of free thinkers. We just blindly are led to slaughter like sheep. Worst part is, when you try to become a friend by offering good information and information that might be correct instruction, you get feedback like this. This was Deion's son. Care Bear, can you show this? In April 2021, I say this, a question that is actually now in retrospect been a pretty good question. Hey, is Jackson Dart actually quarterback number 2 ahead of Shedeur Sanders? You're smart. Watch the tape and see for yourself. I always come with tape and come with film. Bucky, or Deion Sanders Jr., he quote tweets it, and he says, I was blind, but now I see. Listen to the video.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
So
Shut the fuck
I offer a question simply saying, hey, is Jackson Dart actually QB2? Based on the tape, by the way, Jackson Dart got drafted second, and you could also suggest Jackson Dart looks like the best rookie quarterback thus far. But based on the tape, and now Bucky don't say that to me. Somebody that's been in the Sanders family's corner the entire time, I, as an analyst, had been talking about Shedeur Sanders long before Matt Barnes even knew of Shedor's existence, at least as a collegiate quarterback, maybe not as Deion Sanders' son. And now you are the gatekeeper both for what is pro-black, and you're also the gatekeeper of what is pro-Shedeur. You're a fan. I'm an analyst. There is a large delta between the two of I, as far as the East is from the West, a large gap between my level of knowledge on football, my level of knowledge of Shedeur the quarterback, and my level of knowledge of what's actually going on in the NFL and in college basketball. You got to know your role, you got to know your limits, and you got to know your limitations, Matt Barnes, and you're speaking now beyond your limitations. And I will also say this. It's the last thing I'm going to say. Is I'm not a hater when I'm telling truth that you don't necessarily like or agree with. And the dilemma is people don't know the difference between truth and hate. People just run to, let me go here. If we're being honest, Matt and Stat, they do this often. They tether themselves to polarizing black issues that they only tether themselves to because they become polarizing, and they need that to continue to leverage their brand. I never watched a track meet in their life. All of a sudden got a lot to say about Sha'Carri Richardson. You even know what a good 100-meter dash time in women's is? You even know how many events are in a heptathlon? You know how many events are in a decathlon? You even know the difference between the short hurdles and the high hurdles, men and women? No. But you hear, oh, wait, polarizing issue. Let me step into the mix. Can you break down cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, 2-man, cover 6? Do you know what cover 6 is? Oh, polarizing black issue. Let me enter into the mix. I talk based on film, based on experience, based on legitimate knowledge and credentials. I ain't no hater. I'm just a truth teller.
All right, guys. So that is Emmanuel Acho's response.
And that was Acho putting Matt Barnes in his place. Matt Barnes, this is the difference between being entertaining and being informative. You might be entertaining to some, but you try to portray as if you are informative because you are friends with the family. Okay? Friends with the family only goes so far. And as you can see, he brought receipts. So now it's up to you, Matt Barnes. It's in your corner. Are you going to step up and challenge and answer the challenge? What information do you bring to the table? You play basketball, but you also was a football player too. So you should be able to say, hey, I do know what cover 6 is. I do know what this is, even though I played offense. This is what I chose to do because you knew you couldn't go to the NFL. You weren't good enough. But the NBA, the basketball route, hey, he's pretty good at basketball. Maybe this could be his way out. But Matt Barnes has a lot of nerve to try to call people out when he's just there for identity. He identifies with a certain group of people. He identifies with this level of person. He identifies with this level of a person because of celebrity. Prime is a celebrity. We're going to support him because he's black. Sha'Carri Richardson, they hating on her, so we're going to come in there and support her because she's black. Clarissa Shields, oh, they hating on her because she's black. So we're going to support her just because she's black, and then we're going to talk about everybody else. They just haters. And that's going to be our stick. If they black, we're going to jump in there and create and play the narratives. So that's why every time you see them, it's the same agenda. Then you got Jack, who follows right behind Matt like a dog, little lap dog. Man, you see Jack, whenever Jack go off on his own, Matt Barnes never backs him up. You see Matt just back out like and leave Jack out there. The Jack will go on IG and just to be talking. Man, you see this messed up the way they did that, man. Maria Taylor, man, she was a sympathy hive. It's like, when he says stuff that's out of school, without thought, he gets in trouble every time. So this is just another indication of why you shouldn't follow certain people. Oh yeah, we're gonna keep it short but funky around here. So shouts out to everybody out there. Don't forget to join my Patreon because tonight I got another surprise for y'all. Yeah, I know it's been big. December, we were started off too fast. I had to slow it down, man. So my birthday weekend, we just chilled, but now we back on it. So get ready.